Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. This is the Cornucopia Bros.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna let you introduce yourself today.
You always introduce yourself first.
Okay.
That's how we become.
That's
Jacob.
how we
become the longest-running episodic podcast on the nation.
Oh, only in the nation.
Only in the nation.
We're being outbeat by other nations.
Yeah, well, those ones don't count right now.
So I am one of your bros. I am Jacob,
and I'm your other bros, Aaron.
And on this week's, we'll start off at the top. This will be we're gonna skip next week, so yeah, I know people like to at the end of the podcast, but nobody listens anyway. So if anybody decides to watch the beginning, they know why we took the next week off. But this week, like last week, we did Marvel vs. I was gonna say Capcom, but that's not right. Marvel versus the DC, and we found out who's a fucking DC fanboy.
Yeah, it was you.
No, I was
3 out of 4.
Yeah, so I was 3 out of 4. You were 4 out of 4.
Oh well,
I'm still surprised by that.
That's unfortunate.
But today we're going to talk about Sony vs Microsoft.
Oh boy.
Especially for these. Well, when you're hearing this, there's going to be consoles that are going to be launching at the end of this year. So we're going to give our takes on who we think's going to win, who would we go with. Let's just have a discussion. So neither one of us are really looking forward to the next gen.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a full step forward. I know somebody's out there looking at the specs being like, no, I swear the PS5 is like 18 times stronger than the PS4. It's like, but I'm not looking at the specs. I'm looking at the games, and they kind of look the same.
Well, that and at least for the first year, I think majority of the games that come out on the PS5 and Series X will be on the past gen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the only game that is which I find funny, the only game that's exclusive to the PS5 is Demon's Souls.
Well, I'm thinking there's a few other exclusives, but they're not ones I care about.
Because Sony has Demon's Souls, the new Horizon game, Little Big Planet, Ratchet and Clank, and then something else.
Bug Snacks.
But yeah, but majority of those are going to be on the PS4. Like the new Horizon. That's when I was kind of surprised when, because so okay. Let me just I'm more of a Sony fanboy. I'll admit it. I like the Sony products a lot better than Microsoft products. But the fact that Sony was out here, going, oh yeah, we believe in console generations. Yeah. No. You're not gonna get anything on the PS4. Yeah, if you want this shit on the PS5, you have to buy the PS5.
I don't believe in Sony believes in console generations at all. After all, the PS3 was like 5 years into the PS4's life cycle. Because Persona 5 came out on the PS3.
But they kept touting that, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, the new Horizon game, yeah, that's gonna be on the PS4.
I just won't have the enhancements.
Oh yeah, the new Little Big Planet, yeah, that's gonna be on the PS4 too. Oh yeah, that Miles Spider-Man game, yeah, that's gonna be on the PS4 too. And everybody's like, oh yeah, because everybody was like, yeah, fuck you, Microsoft. Why are you making Halo on both generations, both consoles? Jesus Christ,
You're looking like a clown over there.
Yeah, and then Sony's like,
we're doing it too.
Yeah, we're doing it too. And everybody's like, yeah, Sony!
I mean, that's what they always do. Because they're like, yeah, no. Like, Sony fanboys will be like, yeah, we've got all these great games. Microsoft, you got nothing. And then, they buy Bethesda and like, that's not fair.
Yeah, that's true. That is
you can't do that.
Whoa. Step back, Microsoft.
You can't have exclusives.
Well, yeah, because I think, last I heard, Microsoft now has 23 studios.
I'm sure
that's including all the Bethesda, buying Bethesda.
I'm sure they've got more.
But, yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. But, fuck it, we'll just go now. Yeah, that was so. When we came up with this podcast idea, it was the Sunday before Microsoft bought Bethesda. So I was kind of writing in my head. I'm like, well, this would probably be a topic that we don't talk. It would probably be like a short thing, and then all of a sudden, Yeah, Microsoft buys Bethesda. Yeah, no big deal.
Well, whatever's Tuesday.
So we could talk a little bit about that. A lot of people, it's kind of funny because Phil Spencer was on some news thing and they asked him like, so are you going to keep are you going to put out Bethesda's games only on Microsoft now? And Phil was like, well, it's going to be a case by case basis, depending on what game it is. I think that I do think that any Fallout, Elder Scrolls, I think those will be on both consoles. And here's why I think this. And a lot of people go, "Oh no, they're gonna keep everything exclusive to themselves," because that's the smart. I'm using air quotes, the smarter thing to do. And I'm like, no, the smart thing to do is to charge $70 to Sony players, and then say, "Oh, you could get this game for free." For $15 or whatever, or $20, $25, whatever the price is going to be on the Game Pass, you can get it for that much money on our console.
No, the real smart thing is to change nothing. It's to just let it be like it always was, except now you're still raking in the cash because you own them.
Exactly.
Like, just don't change. You don't need to make it exclusive because it's going to sell.
Right. Yeah, and I just brought this up in my philosophy of the $70. That's another reason why I don't really care about this next gen, is because they've already confirmed that any PlayStation exclusive game is going to be $70. And that's been the rumor for a while.
Yeah, but they're going to drop like rocks. They always do.
I hope so. I hope they. But
it's not like they're Nintendo exclusives,
right?
Which never drop.
Yeah, but with the PS4 generation, it took a while for games to get down to 30, pre-owned games. Now it's like, oh cool, I can get this game for $10. I mean, just look at GameSpot. Stop. I even in my head I'm like, say GameStop. But no, yeah, I think Microsoft will keep everything this. They won't. They might make Starlink or whatever it's called. Starfield. They might make that exclusive, because I don't think they ever came out and said, Bethesda came out and said what consoles. They just came out and said,
"Hey, we're making this."
Yes, we're making this. And guys, shut the fuck up. We know we're making a new Elder Scrolls. Okay.
It's called Elder Scrolls Blades for your mobile.
Oh, by the way,
I'm Tom Howard. Peace out.
You can get Skyrim on your on your refrigerator. So yeah, peace.
There will be no encore.
But so let's look at Microsoft exclusives. So you have Halo, which will also be on the Xbox Series X. It'll be on the Xbox One. Did you see that story about the Xbox Ones on Amazon?
Yeah,
going up like
450%.
Yeah, that's funny.
I saw that and I'm like, is that a joke? Is this satirical?
I hope it's I hope scalpers have bought a shit ton of Xbox Ones and they're just getting them like, oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. My one bad purchase.
Oh no, all the money I made from the amiibos. They're gone. They're gone.
Oh well.
Because nobody wants an Xbox One.
No.
Not even back in the day.
No.
No.
Yeah, I still continue to say nobody wants that. Nobody even wants a Series X. The only reason why they planned it perfectly, saying, "Hey, yeah, we bought Bethesda," was so people would buy the Series X. Because otherwise, I mean, it probably would have sold out anyways. But there's probably not gonna be a long tail.
Yeah. Let's see. They got a Fable in the works apparently that might come out in 7 years.
Yeah. That was not spit take. That was we don't do video, but I'm drinking pop and it came out or not pop, but sprinkling water. # sponsor us. We got like 20 views on our last video, so that's an achievement for us. I'm pretty sure 20 of them were me. But yeah, it came out a lot faster than I thought it was going to. What were we talking about?
Microsoft.
Oh yeah, Fable. Yeah, because there was a Fable Legends that was being made for the Xbox One, but then they canceled it.
Wasn't that like the card game one?
No, I think that was the Diablo like one.
Oh, that's probably what I'm thinking of.
And I was like, I'm more of a Diablo fan now because I played Shadow's Awakening. I'm like, I really like that game. But playing Diablo, I was never a huge fan of it. But I was kind of interested in that Legends because I own a Xbox One and it collects dust. It's basically my dust collector and my toenail collector.
Ew.
You want to hear a funny story?
No, I don't.
I'm going to tell it.
If it involves your toenails, I don't want to hear it.
That's more my fingernails. Uh-huh. No, it probably is my toenails. It's one of the two. But I'll be clipping them. And you know how the Xbox One has that vent on the top?
Mm-hmm.
They literally fly in.
So nobody's gonna steal this Xbox One. So, they'll pick it up and be like, "Ew, what the fuck?"
They hear something rattling around.
Well, I mean that's one defense mechanism.
I've never there's 3 or 4 of them in there. I'm like, son of a bitch, stop fucking flying. I'm pretty sure that's why my Series X or my oh my god, I'm pretty sure that's why my Xbox One hates me. I think I've told this on the other podcast, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna start getting back into playing this Xbox One, and literally my disk drive shit out the first week, and then the fucking Xbox One keeps turning on. I'm like, stop it!
Are you using the Kinect?
It's probably my toenail hitting the button.
I need the Kinect.
Where you at, Kinect?
Let's see what. Is there another Gears of War coming out?
Yeah, there's some. I think it's Tactics. Sears Tactics.
Sure.
It's like what's that game that Phil really likes?
XCOM.
XCOM. It's like an XCOM type game. I think I don't care about Gears and I don't care about Tactics games. So when you mash them together, I'm like, I definitely don't care. So I think that's really only exclusives.
I mean, they got all the stuff that Obsidian's working on, but
that's true. Oh yeah, they have
Avowed,
the
Skyrim killer, which is weird because now they have Skyrim.
Yeah, somebody made a joke. They're like, you think if they would have bought Bethesda first, you think they would have gone after Obsidian? And
probably.
But they also have
You're not helping. I don't know what you're talking about.
You hear the footsteps around.
That's just Brennan.
Yeah, he's talking to me. He sent me a link or a message about he's watching Is It Wrong to Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon?
Oh, good.
I'm like, oh, cool. I thought you already watched that one, but I guess not. I have another anime you can watch. You can watch That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I think you might like that one too. Yeah, but I don't know where I was going. The Xbox One had that scale. Oh yeah, we were talking about Obsidian. I love people. I know why people don't watch this because they get to listen to me, and I as soon as I get distracted, I bounce off to something else. Like, all right. But they also had they had Scalebound, which was
the platinum game that they canceled.
Yeah, so that's I'm kind of worried with all these games that they're announcing. It's like, okay, are you going to complete any of them? Because Crackdown 3 took the whole fucking generation.
Oh man, what a game that was.
That game, okay, to be fair, that game wasn't too bad. I mean, it was shit. I played it, and I played it with Kenny.
It only felt like a 2011 game.
So, in Crackdown, the more you level up, the bigger you get.
Of course.
So I'm playing this, just generic-ass character. And Kenny's playing as Terry Crews. And I'm like this giant. I just jump in the air and I ground pound Kenny. He goes, what the hell was that? Alright, so what else? So, they have Arrowhead. I don't know what's that game called?
Avowed.
I just see Arrowhead when I think of that game. Then they have What's the other Obsidian game? It's like 2 of them.
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I know they're doing DLC for Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah, they have Outer Worlds too.
Oh, is there a sequel to that now?
I mean, that's probably gonna be.
Oh, I can't believe they gave it to Bethesda though.
That'd be funny. I guess we could do sci-fi.
Let's see.
Why did they just give all of Obsidian's license to Bethesda?
Here you go, Obsidian. Just keep making Grounded.
And then it's not Phil Spencer, but who's ever over Phil Spencer comes in and goes, that Connect, I think we could really get that to come happen again. Let's put Obsidian on with Connect.
Hey, Obsidian, would you like to make Connect Adventures 2? We'll get you some guys from Rare.
we got Rare doing all this. What's Rare doing? I think they have a game.
I don't think they have anything.
I think they got it.
I don't think Rare exists anymore.
Well, they have this Sea of Thieves, I think it's called. But they announced another game, and I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I just assume Rare got dissolved, and now they're working on other things.
Hey, Bethesda. Oh no,
we'd like to make a Doom.
So, somebody else made the joke. They're like, yeah, what happens if Banjo-Kazooie teams up with Wolfenstein? And they're like, oh, so will Grand Tilly team up with Hitler? Do you think Hitler would stab her in the back?
I mean, she's made of bone, so I don't think he'd have the chance.
You think he'd stab her in the back and go, oh, shit?
He'd stab and miss.
Then Grand Tilly would kill him.
Yeah.
And be the ultimate villain. Interesting.
I can't believe Obsidian's making Banjo Nuts and Bolts 2.
What? I wonder who is making. I wonder if with them putting Banjo in Smash, you think that they have to be.
They're not doing anything with
They
Banjo.
have to greenlight something.
No, they don't care about Banjo at all.
Oh, we own Banjo?
I like.
Shit.
I think that I've heard stories that when they bought Rare, they thought they got the Donkey Kong license. So I'm assuming that's why they bought it for Donkey Kong and not Banjo. And then they were very salty about the fact that, they got Banjo, not Donkey.
Yeah, Rare probably came in when they were like talking about business deals and like, well, I mean, we worked on Donkey Kong and, all the person could hear from the Microsoft side was like, well, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, so going back, if this was Microsoft of 15 years ago, let's say even 20, no, 15 is good. If this was 15 years ago, but Microsoft, and they bought Bethesda, I'd be like, who? What?
That's what you'd be like. You'd be like, who?
That's true. That is true, because Bethesda didn't hit big until...
I wouldn't say they didn't hit big
Skyrim.
until Oblivion, but... Like, Oblivion was the first game that I heard.
Right. That's true.
Bethesda.
That's true. But Skyrim's kind of where they cemented
But,
it.
I mean, if you want to talk games that Bethesda hit big with, it's Where's Waldo on the NES.
Oh, definitely.
It was their biggest hit.
I never even heard of that.
And they made a Where's Waldo game on the NES.
Think of all of Activision's games that they made before Call of Duty.
Activision's never made a game besides Call of Duty.
So, like I said, I didn't think this episode... Do you got any more?
I can't think of any other Microsoft exclusives.
So,
especially any exclusives that are like, original Microsofts.
Let's take out exclusives of both sides. If you were to, for some reason, wake up tomorrow and go, I want to get a console.
Now, when you say exclusive, are you talking about first-party exclusives?
First-party exclusives.
Okay.
So let's get rid of God of War, Horizon. I know games you don't give a shit about. Demon Souls, any game, and then Halo and all that stuff. Which console is more appealing to you today?
Still the PlayStation.
That's me too.
Because it's got all the JRPGs. I'm not a big shooter man, so I'm not going to buy an Xbox.
Well, not only that, I think, and I wish Microsoft would finally get rid of this, but having to pay for
party,
being in a party, I think it's
watching
absolutely
Netflix.
Bullshit. Watching YouTube, that's to me that's bullshit.
You need a subscription for your subscription.
So we have one person in the group that Cornucop's got a PS5. We'll find out on November 12th.
He's on a waiting list.
I think he's just misleading us. I think he's just on the list. He's like, well, if I'm on a list, I'll just kind of white lie. Like, yeah, I'm on a PS5 list.
He doesn't know when he's gonna get it, but he's on the waiting list. So it could be any time between release and probably July of next year.
See, Adam was telling me he got his pre-ordered from Walmart, and you have to pay the full price. Like at GameStop, if you pre-order a console, you put like $50 down.
Well, if you get put on a waiting list, I don't think you put any money down.
Right.
But yeah, if you're pre-ordering it, you do have to put more money down than you would if you were pre-ordering a game.
Yeah. So he had paid the full price. And I was just like curious because like I said, I have no interest. Just the way games are going. Like I think the biggest game, even though this game sucked, it sucks that I don't have it anymore. But Battleborn, like games like that where it's like, oh yeah, we're only online. So yep, we take the servers away. You don't own that game anymore.
I can't believe they didn't make a patch. It's like an offline patch. Like you can play that game offline. It's not fun.
Yeah,
I
don't know how. I don't know why. Because that's like every time you see a Ubisoft game, they always go. You always say loading onto server. So it's like, so how many fucking Ubisoft games are going to be?
Well, I think that's just for like the Uplay, like the extra rewards.
Oh, that could be. Because
like in Far Cry 5, I know you could log in and you could buy exclusive things that were all mostly junk.
Yeah.
They weren't better than anything in the game.
They had some cool stuff, like some costumes for some games. Because I would have a bunch of Uplay points, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. And then there'd be like a costume. I'm like, oh fuck, I'll get the costume.
I don't play enough Ubisoft games to get points.
See, I just like I turn the game on. I don't buy every Assassin's Creed game at launch, but I'll buy it for like $10 or something, and I go, oh, you get points for this, and I don't remember why don't play Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, that and sorry guys, son of a bitch. Only when I talk on the podcast does my throat start to clog up.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm laughing. Maybe because of allergies. Maybe it's because of Maybelline. Yeah, so like, and if you look at the Marvel game, it's got battle passes. You get free characters, but hey, you want that stuff in the battle pass? $10. How many characters are we going to add? Oh, we're going to like another 10, so that's another $100 right there.
Is it 10? How many characters are in the game by default? Like 6? 7 if you're on PlayStation?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure I could give a shit. all I know is like, oh cool, another character I can buy a battle pass for a $60 game. That would be $70 next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at 2K, yeah, we'll let you grind, or you can put money down, whatever you want.
And Devil May Cry did that. Devil May Cry 5.
They have money?
Yeah, if you wanted to just get like an early unlockable thing, you could just like shell out $5 and they just give you everything.
So that's another reason why I'm kind of getting out of the generation of games anyways, because it's like, it's becoming more expensive.
Well, yeah. You gotta... They want to make sure you can see every hair follicle on Banjo. Every single hair. They all move individually.
Was there some game that did that? Touted that?
I think
I remember
one of the Tomb Raiders. I think was like, oh yeah, every hair on her head moves.
Look at her back hair.
Laura needs to shave. I think that's the game a lot of people point to as the game that's like, no, we need to make sure there's like high resolution and high poly counts and all that bullshit.
See, that's another thing. Like, I don't care about graphics. I think the only game that's ever pissed me off was Control. Was for how laggy in certain spots.
Yeah, but that wasn't graphics. That was just the game couldn't handle so many objects.
So it'll be interesting to see if the PlayStation 5 and Series X can handle that game. Oh, and it'd be interesting to see how companies are scummy with their
Their upgrades.
Yeah, because like Activision's saying, hey, if you buy the PS4 version for $70, you get the PS5 version. Control is like, no, you gotta buy the $40 version on.
You gotta buy the Ultimate Edition. Spider-Man, they are not doing a physical edition, but you can download it if you get the Miles Morales thing.
Yeah.
It's that one's weird to me.
Yeah, that they made it a lot more complicated. They made it sound a lot more complicated than what it really needed to be. So it'll be interesting to see what companies decide to charge for their. Because that was the first year, the first like couple months with the PS4 and Xbox One, where they're like, hey, just pay $10 extra and you can download. It comes with a code. Put the code in and give us $10. So like, okay, that's interesting. That's fine.
I remember back in the PS3 days. Well, this wasn't back on the PS3 days, but you had to, like, certain games would come with a code for online that you'd have to pay separately.
Oh yeah, if you didn't buy it brand new.
Yeah, like
that was how they got your money.
PlayStation Battle Royale or All Stars or whatever the hell that game was. That word soup of a name.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like, yeah, I'll play online, and it's like, oh no, you need to give us $20. I'm like, my wallet is closed tightly for this one.
You know what? Speaking of All Stars, you know what the other All Stars game they have coming out on launch or near launch? That cart battler. It's something All Stars.
I have no idea what that is.
It's Rocket League, Fortnite, and Twisted Metal had a kid. And it's some cart thing.
I have no idea.
It's $70 at launch.
Man, I can't believe 1-2 Switch is now not the most expensive piece of trash game.
God. How did that? I still can't believe that game never got bundled in.
I can. That game was trash.
They believed in it so much, and everybody's like, "Yeah, fuck that."
Speaking of that, I need to look that up real quick.
See what the price is.
Yes.
Pre-owned. Are you gonna get it eventually?
No, I'm not. I have no desire to milk a cow.
Yeah. I was the one I always remember is the sub eating one. Where the guy's like chewing. La, 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 la. All right, we are looking live to see what on GameStop.com. Where Phil went to go pre-order his.
Well, I have news. Never mind, that's digital. Digitally, if you want it, it's $50.
Jeez.
I don't like how GameStop changed their app.
I haven't looked at it recently. I saw that they're doing. This will be outdated, but they're doing the 5 by each game.
Oh, it looks like it's just.
Huh.
It's $50.
I think our local game store has it for $45.
Well, it's $50 regardless if you download it or if you buy it pre-owned.
Jeez.
That's amazing. That game's 3 years old.
3 years old, and it's the shittiest fucking game on the Switch.
Yeah, because you don't need to Switch for it. You just look at a blank TV and pretend that you're milking a cow.
So, well, we'll call that unless you got anything else. Anything else that you want to say? Cat sniffing the mic.
Not really.
So okay, well, hey, we got 28 minutes. I thought we were done by 7. I was like, all right, we're fucked.
Well, I mean, we talked about Xbox's exclusives and or lack thereof.
That's true.
I don't think we really had to talk about PlayStation exclusives. We kind of do that a lot everywhere else.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys. Well, like I said at the top of the show, we're gonna skip next week, just to take a quick break. I haven't had a break from uploading shit since I think we started. Maybe I had one week, but Crash 4 comes out.
Oh, is that why we're taking a break?
No, I just want to take a break. It's getting, it's getting to that point where it's just all right. So, yeah. So,
see ya.